Someone killed Kirk Langstrom. Who was it?
We didn't have any reason to kill him, let alone pin him to a wall. He paid us well to take part in his medical trials. Oh, but don't tell my boss. She'll have my skin.
Just what I wanted to hear. You should have blocked.
What is up? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Back with some Gotham Knights gameplay. This is my first upload of Gotham Knights, and this is a game that I had mentioned a few weeks ago that I had gotten for $40 on Amazon. It was definitely a game I was really anticipated playing, me being a huge superhero fan, DC fan, and Batman family fan. But when it came out, and as I said, I do have the PS5, for $70, it's a lot to ask for, and after hearing some of the reviews, didn't think maybe it was worth $70, but I was still gonna, at some point, play the game, and that time is now, and I'm definitely somebody who, when I heard this game was announced, I know some people weren't really digging it, because everyone kept mentioning, you know, what's the point of having this game if you're not going to be Batman, but my response to that is that how many times do we have to play Batman, that he has to be the main character of everything? I mean, how many Batman games do we have? And if you're thinking, well, I must not be that big of a Batman fan, he is my all-time favorite fictional character, Batman is. So it's not like I speak from a place of I just don't care for him. It's just that I've seen enough of them. It's like your favorite food. How many times can you eat it before you just get tired of it? I like Batman. I like there to be Batman games, but we've had a lot of Batman games. I like to see different things. And one of my wet dreams that this game kind of satisfies is that, I don't know if any of you are familiar with this comic book storyline, but I wanted a Batman game to be centered around, or at least the concept of it, the No Man's Land comic story, which basically, if you've never read that, pretty much it's like an earthquake hits Gotham and it decimates it, and it's so bad that nobody can come in to provide relief and support, so the city's kind of like, you know, walled off from the rest of the world. So basically what happens is heroes and villains alike take up certain areas of all Gotham. It's basically like turf wars, and I thought it'd be cool if you could play like other members of the Batman family. And I thought I'd get this in this game. Is, you know, the highlight for me is just that the focus of this game is on the Batman family. As you can see, I'm playing as Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, who is my favorite of the bunch. Just for argument's sake, she is my third favorite DC character, only behind Wonder Woman at 2 and Batman at 1. So I definitely had to play as Baz, but you also got Tim Drake Robin, you got Jason Todd Red Hood, and you also got Dick Grayson Nightwing. And I'm happy that they did a game where they're at the focal point. I like the whole premise of the story with Batman presumably dead, and the rest of his family's got to pick up the pieces and see what it's like to separate, team up, and see how they go about the city and how they protect Gotham in different ways and how they have different abilities. And I was just like, damn, I'm all for that. I'm cool as shit. And goes to tell, I'm also rocking the Jim Lee skins. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for Jim Lee artwork. I mean, who isn't? Let's just be honest. I mean, Jim Lee artwork, Alex Ross artwork, I'm just a sucker for that shit. So I had to get that. That was also on sale. So 2 sales for the price of 1. But basically, I was really anticipating this game. But as I mentioned earlier, not everyone was anticipating and wanted to play it. Thought it was going to be bad. And a lot of people think it is bad. But I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really liking it. And one of the things I've noticed in a lot of gamers today is I don't think gamers find a middle ground. Like, I get it. There are some games that are just pure greatness. Alright? And then there's some games that are just pure, like, god-awful terrible. This game isn't either one of them, but I'd say it's more the upper middle. And I'm having a lot of enjoyment. Now, one of the biggest problems is everyone wants to make the Arkham comparison. And listen, I've played the Arkham games. I love the Arkham games. Arkham City is my personal favorite. I love the Arkham games. They're great games. I love them, being a diehard Batman fan of that mythos and lore. I love those games. Having said that, once again, this is Gotham Knights, not Arkham. Because the irony is that everyone compares this game to two, and they're like, well, it should have been more like Arkham. Why didn't it do certain things Arkham did? Well, then the argument would flip around. Then you guys would be complaining, oh, it's too much like Arkham. You can't have your cake and eat it too. I'm glad I did things a little bit differently. I don't want a pure clone. Because I guess the next thing that everyone wants to get into, and that'll be my next point I talk about, is the whole fighting mechanics. And I'll be the first one to admit, yes, do I think the Arkham fighting is probably better overall? Yes, but I'll use another analogy. Like, The Dark Knight is one of the all-time greatest superhero movies of all time. I mean, even if it's not your pure favorite, it's definitely a top-tier superhero-related movie. Does that mean that everything else beneath it just isn't good because it's that they're not as good as that? No, this is still enjoyable and fun. It's got a lot of similarities. It's got a little bit differently. The one thing I will agree on that I wish could have been changed, and maybe they'll patch it, who knows, is just the lack of a lock-on feature. But in terms of how it goes, the fighting and dodging and the abilities, I really don't have a problem with it. Like, as I said, it's not as fast, but it's not like, oh my god, like we can't play the game, it's terrible controls or something like that. I don't get what everyone else is getting so angry and upset about, but as I said, I don't get it. Like, I've been playing it for a little while, I've been fighting like I expect to, beating up people, using my abilities, leveling up, and I'm having a blast. I really am. For the city traversal, as I said, you don't get your flying ability quite at the beginning because I'm still early on in the game, but I definitely just unlocked the heroic gliding thing for Barbara, where she's more, I guess, closer to Batman in terms of how she traverses compared to the other three, which I've not played yet. I'm just going to stick with Barbara for this whole playthrough, and then I'll switch over to them. Now, the point is, you can travel around the city, do the whole glide. You got the bike here, which I like. I like this a lot better than the Batmobile. And that might sound blasphemous, but I was not a big fan of the Batmobile in Arkham Knight. Not for the concept of it, just for the fact that it's so big. Sometimes it just, and granted, you can run over a lot of things, but I feel like it overstayed its welcome in there. But this is just a lot more smaller and easier to get around, and even do wheelies on it. But so far, the city, I've seen some that compares, which city is better. Once again, guys, I'm not a guy that looks around and just, like, observes every angle and then takes a picture from one game and puts it up to another game. I got too much. I don't have enough free time to be doing it. I'm just playing the game. It looks like Gotham. It feels like Gotham. If you want to do a debate, and here's what you can pick up: salvage materials to customize, you can upgrade your suits and all. But if you want to compare the two, go right ahead. I don't really give a shit. I just want to play, game, have fun. Simple as that. I'm a simple person. I'm not here to have a whole 100 differences and what's better, what's not. I'm enjoying it, and that's the most important part. Not how much or if it's more enjoyable than something else. Are you enjoying it or not? And I can't answer that for everyone else, but I'm simple. And here's one of these missions you can do. You got missions just like in the Arkham games where you have different types of ones. There's a hostage mission where you got to free the hostages from the bombs, but you don't want them to find out that you're here because they alert everyone, then they activate the bombs. They'll go off in a minute, and they do take a little while to disarm, so you're going to be stealthy. But you can go in stealthy, or you can go in loud and proud. This is probably better off to be stealthy, but as I said, I'm hoping I can level up in my silent takedown to make it faster, because it can be a little troublesome, because while it is silent, it just takes a while to take out some people. Hopefully these guys don't turn around, but it's got what I've always wanted, to be able to play as other Batman family members, and I love the Batman family. So I like the whole Bat family. I really hope that if they do add some DLC or more content, they add another character. I mentioned a No Man's Land story. I hope they add Cassandra Cain in this. While I like Barbara Gordon better as a character, Cassandra Cain I just like more as Batgirl, because that all black, that first suit she had that the Huntress actually created and made and wore first, that Cassandra Cain took over afterwards, that is the dopest suit ever. I love that all black and stitched up mouth, and I just love that. And as I said, I love Cassandra Cain. I hope they add her. That'd be awesome. But yeah, and you got some iconic villains in here. I know we got Obviously Ra's al Ghul, got Talia, got Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze, White Christmas! No, I'm not going to sing. I'm sorry about that. But I got Harley Quinn, got Kirk Langston, so I'm going to assume he transforms the man. But as I'm really early in the game, so I don't know, and I've not really been reading up. I know you have the heroic assaults, which, as I said, I'm not going to play that till I beat the game. I don't even have it unlocked now. So I saw Starro, which is cool. I saw Starro on a man bat in there, so I just thought that was just crazy. But something really value. You got Cobblepot. I haven't seen him yet, but I know he's in the game. But and of course you got the GOAT, Alfred. Alfred coming back in here, and as I said, I don't care what anyone says. If you're any type of Batman fan, you know Alfred is the GOAT. Alfred is the man. That man, that's one badass dude. That's if you got an Alfred in your corner, you know life is treating you well. But you got your own, like I said, the Wayne Manor is kind of blown up. You got the clock tower, and you got things you can do there. You do your training. You can do your upgrades and materials. You can get your weapons upgraded, and it's got a little bit more of an RPG element, which once again I have no problem with it because I love RPGs. In terms of enemy variety, here we got one of these other enemies. This guy wasn't actually the one giving me the most problems with. He sometimes once in a while, but there's this other one you won't see in this video, but I just encountered where it's like the big lady that has like the cane stick. She was giving me some troubles. You'll see that in a later video because I'll upload some of my missions I did. I didn't do any of the uploads for the earlier missions, but I think the one where I play in Stars Labs, we go there. That's my first missions I start uploading, so I'll start doing that so you can see there. But here you got your gliding missions where you can do some trials of gliding the rings and stuff you've seen in other Batman games. But I guess the point I'm just trying to get through the people who either know about this game and haven't like played it and just going by what everyone else says, or B, maybe just unsure. It's just like I'm an easy guy to please. As I said, I'm not someone that hyper analyzes everything. I'm just a simple guy playing games, trying to have a good time with it. And I feel like too many people just, I don't know. I don't know. Their standards are just ridiculous in the ceiling, or they just they get agitated. Like, I get it. We all have our things that get us mad or annoying, and I get it. I understand. But I just feel like too many people need to understand the difference between a bad game, an alright game, and a good game. And I'll say this is a little bit better than alright. It's a solid game so far, and I'm having a blast, but I just don't see what's so god awful that's just terrible, that oh my goodness, we can't this is the worst abomination, because we throw that word out a lot. Anytime something good comes out, we call it the greatest thing ever, and if it's not very good, oh, it's the biggest disaster since the Titanic or something. And I'm just dude, can we have a good time? Can we have some fun? And granted, some people might not be, and that's fine. But I just feel like a lot of this stuff is overblown as hell. And here we got investigation scenes where you can highlight certain things, and you can try to point clues together to see where, what really happened, where you can track down things. And this one's just more someone killed this person. How can we track those people down? What's the best way to find them? You got other ones where you solve clues of how certain things happen. I like that. As I said, I love the detective thing. That's one thing I definitely did enjoy, especially in the beginning when they had a little detective thing when you're looking in Kirk Langston's lab, and I hope there's more of it too, because one of the most underrated parts of Batman, not just in games but movies too, it's why I like the Batman movie a lot, is just going back to being a forensics detective. I like forensics and solving crimes and doing that detective work, and I miss that stuff, and hopefully there's more of that in here. But yeah, I don't get it. And I remember hearing the whole big complaints where oh, it's not Arkham. I remember the 30 FPS complaint. And listen, guys, I'll tell you another thing about me right now. You'll never hear me complain about FPS. I don't give a shit. I'm just being dead serious with you. Like, if I didn't know anyone complained about it, I wouldn't even know what it was, to be honest with you. It's just, like, something that's just, okay. Like, I've played game, like, not unless the game is really, so choppy you can't play it, but, and here you got a little drone, I got for Barbara that can heal me, and I had a little weird moment right here as you'll see as this thing heals me. It can also shoot people too, which is cool, but what the hell's wrong with that guy? I remember that shit in the Arkham games too, where you beat up somebody and they just like be doing shit like that. But easy, buddy, you're gonna give yourself a headache. But yeah, in terms of like the frame rate and graphics, you're never gonna hear me. I don't care about. I really don't. Yes, I know it runs smoother, but like I just listen. I don't own high end. I'm just a simple console. I just play the game. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't got enough time to be stopping and analyzing it. And you know, if it's not performing well for you where you can play it, I get it. But I don't have any. I've never had anything like that at all. Period. Not even close. And maybe it was worse when it came out. This is in late December when I'm recording this, and the game came out late October. So maybe it wasn't that good. So if you are saying that from when it came out to now, I guess I can understand that, but I'm not that guy. I'm really not. But overall, I'm having fun. I can't wait to see what the actual story missions are going to be, what kind of Easter eggs we got. You know, this is a DC superhero game, so what other things that I know you had the emails where you had Black Canary and Wonder Woman speaking to you. As they got Star Labs here. I want to be like a Superman Easter egg. Probably is. I haven't seen it, but so many just great things. And as I said, overall I hope superhero games keep coming and they find ways to get more better, greater. Is this the greatest thing ever? Absolutely not. But it is a solid game. I don't agree with a lot of the complaints, but overall, that is my opinion. What is your guys' opinion? Have you played this game? Did you give it a chance? Did you just hear it's bad? Maybe you played and you didn't like it, which is fine too. Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know which hero you're playing as, and hopefully I can see you back in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you all later. Peace.